What's up guys? Today we are on the west side of Lethbridge in the area of the Crossings, which is exclusively single family. And behind me here is a home that you don't really see come up often, in Lethbridge. And that's because this is a Stars Lottery show home. Now, that's right, actually people put their money in to try to win this home once upon a time. Now, this home was purchased, it has been lived in, and there's been a lot of updates that have happened since these owners have taken possession. And with the Stars Lottery show home, of course, there is a ton of upgrades that I do want to show you. So we're gonna go inside. It's getting a little windy, so we're gonna go inside. Now, what I wanted to talk about a little bit more outside was the exterior, because you might not have been able to notice just from the video, but the entire house is actually wrapped in a hardy board siding, which is a composite concrete material actually. So it makes it very durable. It's also less loud, or quieter I should say, in the wind, which is a big bonus being on the west side here. As well, there is a bunch of landscaping that has been done, as well as the fence. Obviously it has that horizontal look to it, which is very modern and cool. And then they actually had a professional landscaper in here to complete these flower beds along the side. There's a nice deck in the back, as well as a nice landscaped backyard. Now I'll show you some B-roll of that, but right now it is a little bit too windy. You're not gonna be able to hear me if I go outside. Welcome to Lethbridge in the fall. Now, the point of a home tour like this is that I want to take you through as if you were coming to this house and you were on a showing. So I'm going to go through every single detail. Whereas you might have seen with my other videos, they're more of a highlight reel and they're more dramatic and they have some cool music and stuff like that. But I'm just going to walk you through so that you can see every single detail that this home has to offer, because there is a lot to talk about. Now, I do want to start over here in the kitchen. And over here, I believe this was a 12-foot long island. It might even be 14 feet. Of course, you have quartz countertops on either side. And let's talk about some of these upgrades. And over here, we actually have a Wolf induction cooktop. Now, if you've never used induction before, it is a total game changer. You can boil a pot of water in like less than 30 seconds. I actually have an induction at home. However, with this being a Wolf, this is a top of the line appliance. It doesn't get much better than this. And then back here, we do have your paneled fridge and freezer combo. Now, this is another upgrade as well, because I actually have a paneled fridge at home. This one is extended, that provides a little bit of extra storage, and it's actually a Milano brand as well. Again, very high end. Then if you keep coming this way, on this side, we actually do have a Blomberg dishwasher that is paneled, which I actually have the same brand in my house. It's fantastic, cleans every single kind of dish you can think of. There's never any spots left, which is awesome. And then to match the fridge, this is a Milano wall oven as well. But we're still not done in this kitchen, because one of the things that I did want to point out that is super unique about this space is this little sitting area over here. So typically when you see a long island like this, you're gonna get that bar seating. However, what they sacrifice with that bar seating is, again, having this little nook over here, but then you get extra storage on either side all the way down this island, which is fantastic. Now, before we leave the kitchen, I do want to stop over here, because we do have, let's get these lights on. We do have this custom coffee bar kind of feature over here. You could use this as a bar or a coffee bar with undermount lighting. You have the shelves all the way up. And then, of course, you got to have a wine fridge to go with your bar. All the custom cabinetry, of course, over here really ties the whole space together. Now, continuing through this home, I do want to get to the living room and some other features on this side, but over here is some additional work that the current owners have done just to make this space a little bit more functional. So we do have more custom cabinetry that is actually from the same manufacturer and the same installer that did the kitchen originally. So it all ties in fantastic. There is a little bench here to get your shoes on and stuff like that. You have a coat closet, and then behind me here is the garage. Now let's actually go step out in the garage so we can take a look. So excuse this, this is all of our camera filming equipment over here. This is not the sellers being messy, it's me. But down here in this garage, we do have an epoxy floor, which is gonna keep everything super clean. I mean, the garage is completely finished and drywalled, so it looks fantastic. As well, there is a heater in here as well. And then you can see back here, we do have a central vac system that is plumbed into the entire house. And what I really like about having the central vac in the garage is for vacuuming out your cars. It's a huge luxury. Now let's continue back inside, right across from the kitchen. So we're gonna go back this way. before we get to the living room that has a bunch of upgrades. Again, this entire house is full of them. I want to stop over here in this office space. Now you do have pocket doors on either side to kind of close this off if you wanted. Now these current owners are using this as more of a reading nook, but you could use it as a study or an office. And you can see that they have these LED fixtures on either side here. Now, the reason for this is because you could put a desk on either side and it would look really good having everything aligned with those LED light fixtures up above. However, do notice these floor-to-ceiling windows in here as well. That's going to bring in a ton of natural light. You are going to get the sunsets. No, excuse me. You are going to get the sunrises in here because this side does face east, and you can overlook the flower beds and the custom landscaping over on this side as well. However, we're still not done because I did want to show you that all of these curtains and these blinds that we'll go through, not blinds, they are curtains, that we're going to see throughout the house, they all have a recessed feature to them, so you don't see any of the hardware up there, and all of the blinds are recessed. Again, that's a very high-end look that you don't see in a lot of places. Now, continuing in here into the living room, there's even more to talk about. So over here, we got the fireplace on, which is super cozy, especially this time of year. Obviously the Christmas tree up, it's pretty festive, but you do have this gas fireplace that is framed in with this custom stone. Again, these were more upgrades that the current owners have done since they purchased. It looked a little too minimal for them when they first purchased this place because they didn't have anything framing up this fireplace. So I think they did a fantastic job of picking this out. And of course it was done professionally, like everything in here is meticulous. Then as we continue back over here, you're gonna see the same floor to ceiling windows that we saw in the office. However, you do see that there is extra windows up above. Again, so when you close off these blinds, again, that are all recessed again, you're still gonna have some light coming in from up above. So you can have the blinds for privacy, but not cut off any of the exterior light coming in, which is a really nice feature. And then above me here, this whole house seems to be revolved around lighting because up here we do have more of these skylights, again, bringing in more natural light. This is another big upgrade that you don't see a lot of places, which is why I love touring these custom homes, especially the Stars Lottery homes. Now, continuing through over into the dining room, you have this gorgeous light fixture up above. And if you tie this in with all the other light fixtures and the layout of the home, it is like a really modern mid-century type of feeling, which is super cool. Again, we got more full-size windows over here, almost floor to ceiling. As well, you do have a 9-foot door that is framed in, leading out onto that back deck that I was talking about earlier. Now, I think that's it for this space down here. There's a lot to go over. I'm almost out of breath, but let's head upstairs. Okay, now we're on the second level, but there's a couple things that I wanted to point out before actually getting into the rooms. Again, these are a lot of details that I think a lot of people coming into this house may overlook. And one of them, of course, is coming up the stairs. You do have that custom lighting that kind of illuminates the stairs, makes it a little safer in the dusk nighttime type of thing. And I don't know about you, but in my house, my wife does not let me turn on the big light. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically like the big overhead light in your house. It always has to be these subtle little ambiance mood type of lighting to make the, I don't know, to spruce up the house. I don't get it. I just want to turn the lights on. But a lot of people like that, and this house is full of them. Now, if I show you this over here, this is a little bit more detail that I wanted to bring up. And you can see that there's this custom railing over here, and they brought in the drywall up, and they have this little bit of extra creasing and detail, which is something that I don't have in my house, and I wish I did. And the other thing I wanted to point out is what's called color drenching. So it's actually a big trend right now, and what that is when you paint your drywall and your walls the same color as your trim here. This is supposed to be more of a high-end look, which I actually agree with, but again, a lot of people kind of overlook it and they kind of expect their trim to be the same color white as the doors, or they're gonna match all the doors everywhere. But you can see that they've color drenched this, and this home is 2 years old, so it's definitely keeping up with the times. And now stepping up here into the primary bedroom through these gorgeous French doors is actually what's more of a bonus room, but it is connected to the primary bedroom. So usually in a 2-story with more of the typical builder standard homes, you get a bonus room up on your second level. But in here, this place is actually all just for you in the primary bedroom, which is kind of cool. So again, they're using it as more of a lounge, but you can put a good sized TV up here, obviously. So this is a really cool place just to relax and unwind. And of course you do have an electric fireplace on this side. There is more custom cabinetry over here. And again, tons of windows with those recessed curtains leading out onto your backyard. Now back through here, this is where it's connected into the primary bedroom. So you do have this wall here that gives you that little bit of privacy you might be looking for. Again, more windows, and you do have the recessed blinds again over here. This is plenty of room for a king size bed as well. You could mount another TV on this side. I don't know how much TV you need to watch, but if you needed to, you got the room. And then through here, this is one of my favorite areas of the entire house. Now this is the master ensuite, and this thing is masterful. I think that's how I want to call it. So stepping in here, to me, this feels like a high-end hotel because you do have these probably 14 by 14 tiles, both on the floor and on the wall over here. You have the custom sconces, you have undermount lighting underneath the floating vanities. Again, these matching the rest of the cabinetry in the house as well. And then behind me, you do have this gorgeous walk-in shower with 2 shower heads on either side. Over here, you do have a water closet over here with some extra storage on this side. And then continuing through, I'm gonna flip around over here. You do have a large walk-in closet as well. Okay, now we are gonna finish up the second floor here, and just behind the camera on this side is actually more French doors leading into some more storage. But you do have 2 more pretty good sized bedrooms on this side. They're actually a really good size. And you do have, again, more of those windows that are framed in 3s. Almost everywhere around this house, you have windows framed in 3s with that recessed lighting again. The lighting in the rooms is actually really cool too. Here, come on in and I'll show you. So above the recessed blinds I keep talking about, I should have a counter how many times I'm saying recessed blinds, but you do have these lights, and they put these LED lights closer to the wall on this side, again, to create more of that mood lighting rather than just having one big pot light right in the middle of this room. Now continue through over here, and on this side is the laundry room. And again, all of this cabinetry has been added after the fact. So these these current owners have put a lot of extra and additional money into this home to really make it more functional and honestly more aesthetic too. And finally, we're gonna stop off here at the final bathroom on the second level. And to me, this really gives off like kind of a 70s vibe with the square tiles and the white grout. And the color palette in here, it just gives me like a more modern kind of 70s look to me. I don't know, it's kind of funky, I like it. Now finally for this home, the basement is actually undeveloped, but there is enough room down there for another bathroom, another living room, and 2 more bedrooms as well. So you can turn this into a 5-bedroom home pretty easily and even add some more value there as well. Thank you guys so much for touring this very unique home with me. And if you guys want to see this home in person, be sure to call, text, or email me. My name's Kurtis Hawkins with the Real Estate One team. And if you guys liked this longer form kind of tour, please leave a comment down below. So if you guys like it, I'll obviously film more of them. But if you guys want to see more videos just like this, there's a whole playlist right here. Or if you never want to miss another one, then just subscribe.